WWE is set to be bringing back a former WWE superstar. This one may actually be controversial. So we are talking about it right here on DPW. I'm your boy Ango. Let's talk about it. All right, so here's the deal, guys. I am back home from surgery, recovering, trying to get better every single day. And I saw the story, and quite honestly, I just didn't know what to think because on one hand, I think it's actually a brilliant idea, but on another, I'm really not sure if this re-debut even makes any sense. But as you guys know, when I was away recovering from surgery, I kept talking about it, especially on Twitter. Being in the hospital, it seemed like there's really been nothing going on in pro wrestling that's actually been interesting. And this is probably the first story that I was actually intrigued in because of the fact that this is just so random. And I don't really know why this is even happening, but it sounds like it's happening. It came from Cultaholic that Eva Marie is returning to WWE. Now, if you guys didn't know, Eva Marie left the company just a few years ago, and a lot of people weren't happy with Eva Marie. Probably for a lot of reasons, but WWE pretty much put her on WWE television because of the fact that she was part of Total Divas. And, she wasn't a pro wrestler before she came to WWE. However, for the last few years that she hasn't been in WWE, she has been staying in great shape, still training, things like that. So, I think from an in-ring perspective, this is probably not going to be the same Eva Marie that we saw years ago. But of course, this is going to be somewhat controversial because of the fact that, it sounds like WWE might have some plans that might not be favored by a lot of fans. And that is Eva Marie might actually take the belt away from Asuka. Now, if you guys look at the WWE SmackDown Women's Championship, there is a very compelling storyline that's happening there with Sasha Banks and Bayley. When you look at the Monday Night Raw Women's Championship, it doesn't sound like there's anything too interesting going on here. And I think if you're WWE and you want to create some pretty compelling television, I think having Eva Marie taking the belt does make a lot of sense. But of course, you guys aren't going to like that. But I think that's why it makes sense because WWE in this situation, I think they are just like, I don't know if it's a rib or not, but I think WWE just loves to get people mad at Eva Marie. I mean, literally prior to her departure, there was a storyline where her music would play. She was supposed to come down to the ring for a match, and she would just literally never show up. And that was happening for a long ass time. So imagine WWE putting themselves in a situation where they have Eva Marie cheat to beat Asuka and win the belt. I just think at this point, it makes a lot of sense for WWE to do it. But I don't know if this is really going to generate any sort of viewership for WWE, especially being that it's on Monday Night Raw. The return is said to be very imminent. It's even possible that it could happen tonight on the October 12th edition of Raw. I take that with a little bit of a grain of salt because also WWE has said, or there have been reports that WWE was bringing back Melina, and that was supposed to happen like ASAP, and that never actually happened based on when the reports came out. So I don't know if Eva Marie will be making her return today. I don't know if that's going to happen next week or a week from then or whatever it may be. But the idea that she could be taking the belt away from Asuka to me is just laughable. But at the same time, I got to tell you guys, like I said, being away from surgery this is like the third week. Now I'm in recovery. There hasn't been a lot of stuff happening in pro wrestling. There really hasn't. And the fact that there hasn't been anything unique really going on. I mean, yes, there's some small stuff here and there, but there hasn't been anything too intriguing. This might get a lot of people involved on the conversation. I think you're going to see a lot of people on social media. I think you're going to see a lot of people talking about this. And of course, I think they're going to hate Eva Marie, which I think is WWE's goal to begin with. We'll see what happens. I'm very, very intrigued, which I don't know if I should be. I don't even know why I'm intrigued, but it was enough for me to decide to make a video on it. So I want to know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Let me know what you guys think. Eva Marie returning to WWE. Let me know what you guys think. I'll see you next time.